Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. If you are new to my page, my name is Alison Wellington, certified dating and relationship coach, and I primarily work with busy professional women to teach them how to attract and keep the husbands that they deserve. And I do that in three ways. Number one, through my 12-month mentorship program, The Partner You Deserve, where I work with my clients live, either in group or one on one, to teach them how to navigate dating successfully, teach them how to vet and discern so that they are clear on whether or not the gentleman who's in front of them is an appropriate match. We go into leaning into your feminine energy, choosing the right dating apps, and creating a winning dating profile. So, again, you are not wasting time with people who are inappropriate matches, what events to attend, how to work a room, and finally, how to build a healthy relationship that leads to marriage and more. If you are also not aware, I teach. Well, actually, that's way number one. Let me stay focused. Way number two is through my international retreat. So this year, March 28th through April the 1st, we are going to St. Martin for the Ready, Set, Love retreat. And this retreat, women only, is for the sole purpose of learning how to level up in every area in our lives. Doesn't matter if you're married, doesn't matter if you are single as a dollar bill. We all have room to improve. So this very selective group of equally yoked, of business forward women who want the best out of life are here together with me, or will be there with me in St. Martin. So make sure that if you are interested in leveling up in 2026 and you are joining us there, I'll have the link down available as well. And the final way to work with me in 2026 is through my Future Wives Club, which is my Patreon. And in my Patreon, not only do I have exclusive trainings and ebooks, but we do have meetings twice per month. That's in our private Zoom room, so I can answer questions around dating and relationships. All right. So now that we've got all of that suited and booted, let's get into what we are discussing today. If you've been watching my lives previously, you know that most of my live streams are I guess you could say short lessons in preparation for the larger work that we do in a private Zoom room during a training. And the next training that I have coming up is called Vetting Like a Wife, the System and the Scripts. Vetting Like a Wife, the System and the Scripts. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments there, so that if you're coming in on YouTube or if you're coming in on Facebook, you'll be able to click and register. It is again live on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. This class is only $27 and you have unlimited replays. Tamiko says, I worked unexpected overtime and missed Thursday's class. I will rewatch the video. You are a blessing. Thank you, Tamiko. I appreciate you. So yes, if you were in last Thursday's class, then the replay has been emailed and texted to you. Now, the difference between last Thursday's class and this Thursday is last Thursday we were talking about clarity. How do you get clear very quickly on whether or not a gentleman is interested in you versus if he has intention to be with you? And that was the time that we spent together, because without clarity, we cannot move forward, right? So what we're talking about this Thursday now is going to be the specific scripts, what to say, when to say it, how to say it, to be able to figure out whether or not the guy in front of you is an appropriate match. So last Thursday was, am I dealing with someone who is committed to being with me, who wants commitment and wants it from me, right? Period. That was it. Stick a pin in it, which is super important because many of us waste time dating people who don't even want what we want. Okay. That was last Thursday. This Thursday, we are now having the gentlemen who want what we want. They are interested in us and they are intentional about us. But now we need to assess whether or not they are a good match for us, whether or not we are compatible. So we first get clear on exactly what we're looking for in a partner and partnership. And then we need to be asking all the right questions, paying attention to the right behaviors so that we can assess whether or not the guy that has good intentions is even a good personality match, if they are compatible. That's the work we'll be doing this Thursday, January the 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern live. Again, the link is in my bio. The link will be in the description. The link is in the comments right now. There's no excuse for you to get in. And if you're watching this on Instagram, all you have to do is comment or DM the word VET, VET, and I'll send you the link to register. I'm only accepting 30 people in that class. Last Thursday was 151. Last Thursday was 151. This Thursday, I'm allowing 30. Why? Because we're going to be getting so specific around your particular scripts that in reality, I would not be able to tackle that in an hour's class. Okay, so make sure that you snatch this up now. The link is in my bio, the link is in my description. The link is in the comments. If you are on Instagram, all you have to do is comment the word vet, and we will send you out that link expeditiously. All right. So again, if you're familiar with the format, I go live and I start to begin the I begin the process, or I start the process of teaching the foundational elements of what you need in order to be as successful as possible for the long class, right? So I like to do 20-minute snippets leading up to the 1 hour training so that you get the best out of what we do in that hour privately in our Zoom. So today, what are we covering? Availability is a vetting category. The title of today's training is Availability is a Vetting Category. We can talk about tall, dark, and handsome. We can talk about he is a good Christian. We could talk about he is a giver. We could talk about he is a provider. He can have all of these amazing qualities, right? But if this gentleman is not available to you, then that must mean he is an inappropriate match. It does not matter how tall. It doesn't matter how dark. It doesn't matter how handsome. You like locks, you like a baldy, he's got it. You like the full beard, you like no beard. He has no kids, he has adult kids, he has one kid, and you want to be a stepmama. All of those qualities do not matter if this gentleman is not available. Now, we can look at availability in two different ways. One way that we could look at availability is if he legitimately does not have the time to date. He really doesn't have it. He's in his residency. He's working 16-hour days and is exhausted. He's working to become partner of the firm. Whatever it is, right? He has small children that he should be attending to, which means he ain't got no time to date because you need to be in that lady's house taking care of them little kids, the babies, right? There is something that is legitimately happening in his life right now that he does not have time to date. If that's the case, we respect that. We honor that. He is investing his time, his effort, his energy into something else. We are aware of that early on, and so we respect it. Okay, we don't have a beef. We don't have a problem. It's all good. However, we cannot wait hoping and praying that that thing shifts or waiting years for it to change. How many more years of residency? How many years is it going to take for him to make partner? How many years is it going to take for those little kids to grow up where they don't need daddy, daddy, daddy all day long, right? Time is of the essence. We are mere mortals. Therefore, we don't have the time to wait. We have to move on. And I don't believe in a single soulmate. Therefore, there's going to be somebody else who is available to you. Okay. Oh, hey, Comedic Wellness says, just coming on, you look amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right. And then we have, what are we talking about today? So again, on Thursday, January the 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern, live, I am teaching Vetting Like a Wife, the system and the scripts. Last week's training, last Thursday, we had 151 people on, and we were talking about only clarity. How do I get clear on whether or not the gentleman in front of me has good intentions for me? Once we figure that out, we now need to elevate to go to the next level, because someone having a good intention is still not enough. Is there compatibility? Do he and I want the same things out of life? That's the next level of the assessment. So this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm teaching Vetting Like a Wife. The link is in my bio. The link is in the comments. If you are coming in on Instagram, then all you have to do is comment the word vet and I'll DM you the link. And what I like to do, because we only have a limited amount of time together in our training, is I like to prep. I want to teach before we get there to make sure we max out our time. So I can't sit there for 2.5 hours. I do that for my coaching clients. We're not doing that for the free, and we're not doing it for 27, right? So with that being said, I'm giving you something so that you can build and we can get towards it. And today's conversation is that availability is a vetting category. We cannot just leave it at tall, dark, and handsome. We cannot just leave it as living a Christ-like life. We cannot just leave it as he wants marriage, so do I, right? He has to be available. Busy is not a season, right? He's going through something right now. This may potentially be his lifestyle, and time is of the essence, and we're not waiting months and years to see if things shift. Okay. Number two, if he cannot consistently plan, then he's not available to you. for partnership, because a part of being a partner is that he and you will come together to plan and then execute the lifestyle that you desire. But if he's too busy, how is he going to show up for you to get to know you, show up to you or for you to love you, and then show up for the relationship to plan and execute? He's too busy. Therefore, he's not an appropriate match. Again, he can have the intention, but if he does not have the time, and this is a legitimately doesn't have the time, he doesn't have the time, what are we going to do? Okay. Now, the other side of it is that he may have the time, he just doesn't have the time for you. Para you, para tú, right? This is eighth grade Spanish. Forgive me. With that being said, again, it doesn't matter. So maybe he does have the time. However, he doesn't want to prioritize you. Same end result. Might be a little less painful. Like, hey, it's not about me. It's about the job. It's not about me. It's about small children. It's not about me. It's about his aging mom. So it doesn't, it's not as uncomfortable, but the result is the result. He's unavailable. It doesn't matter what the reason is. We have to move on from people who tell you that they don't have the time. I'm unavailable. I'm busy. Let me see how I can squeeze you in. If he can't squeeze you in now, when it's the most exciting, how is he going to squeeze you in 10 years down the line? When we're having babies and the whole ecosystem of our house is going to be completely different for a long time, right? When parents pass away, when jobs get lost, that's when stuff gets tough. And so if we can't prioritize it when it's cute now, when I'm trying to, can I keep it funky with y'all? When I'm trying to get in them drawers and I can't prioritize spending time with you now, hey, later on, it's not going to happen. And later on is when you're attached and invested in someone who is not attached or invested in you. And you knew that. We cannot waste time with people who do not want what I want, what we want. And we cannot waste time with people who blatantly show you that they don't have the time for you. Okay. Bullet point number 3, and then we're going to wrap up here. Stop trying to fit into his schedule as if you are a hobby. Well, maybe if he wanted to move it, it would get moved. If he wanted to move it, it would get moved. He would find a way. He would figure it out. He would come home late. He would get up early. He'd drive there on the overnight. He'd change the flight. He'd fly you in. He'd rearrange if he had the capacity and he had the desire. One of those or both are missing. Therefore, I cannot harp on this more than I am right now. We cannot stress people and beg people to make space for us in their lives. If they don't want to or they cannot, they will not. Therefore, we leave it alone. A lot of us have wasted some time in our life trying to make things work that we knew wasn't going to work, but we hoped and prayed that it was. You know the answer. You have it. You're in denial sometimes. And so I'm here to help you break that denial. Okay. If this has been valuable to you, I would like for you to do a couple of things. Number 1, you're going to join me on YouTube. If you're not watching already, you're going to like and subscribe and do all the things. If I've offered you value, you'll reciprocate. You'll like, you'll subscribe, you'll share with a friend. Secondly, and most importantly, you are going to join me for the live training, Vetting Like a Wife, which is on Thursday, January 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern, live in a private Zoom room. I'm only letting up to 30 people in because I want to make sure that I am giving you a system and a script that works for you. This training is for you if you keep meeting men who like you, but you don't know how to vet them to assess whether or not they're actually a good fit for you in your life. You don't know what questions to ask. You don't know what behaviors to pay attention to. They like you. They might even want to be with you, but there's something that you need to figure out first to make sure that they are a good match for the vision you have for yourself and the vision you have for your family. Thursday's training is for you if you second guess yourself, if you over-explain yourself, if you stay too long because you don't know exactly what to ask to be able to make a solid decision on moving forward. And lastly, Thursday's training is for you if you want marriage and you are done entertaining inconsistency, ambiguity, and situationships that are disguised as dating. So go ahead and comment or DM the word vet if you are on Instagram, and the link will be sent to you. It's live Thursday, January the 27th. If you can't make it live, I'll send you the replay. It's $27 and you have unlimited access to the replay. Okay. As long as YouTube exists, you'll have access. It's uploaded as a private link. Okay. Make sure you click. If you are watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, it's in the comments. It's also linked in my bio already. And I'll make sure that I have it pinned in the description and in the comments once this video is done. Again, I hope this has been valuable to you, and I hope to see you on Thursday. Comment or DM the word vet. And I'm seeing everybody that's coming in on Instagram. I love y'all. Come to YouTube. Stop playing with me. I love y'all. All right. Bye.